So it's been about a month and a half since ARK Genesis was released onto the Xbox One, PS4 and the PC. And when it first got released, it had quite a lot of negative reviews. People said they didn't like how different it was, they didn't like how it wasn't a normal map and you would teleport to different biomes, and there was just lots and lots of negative stuff. As the week went on, the reviews started to change. Lots of people started to say they were enjoying it, they liked how refreshing it felt, it wasn't the same as the last 4 to 5 years, and it just felt like a whole new challenge, and lots of people loved the missions. The PvP community was still a little bit funny, and I'm not sure how they think about it, you know, obviously the official side, so you'll have to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But after a little bit of time, it makes you think, what's next? Now, I'm still enjoying Genesis, I'm still playing with all my friends and stuff, but obviously we know that Crystal Isles is coming as the next free DLC, but you want to know what's coming to the story, what is Genesis 2 going to be, and, you know, what do you guys think it should be? Now, Cedric, who is the lead community manager, has asked, for, a while ago for a little bit of information. What do you think about Genesis 1? What should Genesis 2 be? And this is what today's video is going to be. Right now, currently, Genesis is Part 2 is still planned for winter 2020. Now, the problem with this is Genesis Part 1 was meant to be coming out in January, or was December at the beginning, then it got delayed to January, then got delayed to February the 25th. So obviously, you know, there's always a chance this is going to get delayed as well, because as I said, Crystal Isles and TLC Phase 3 for a few dinos is coming in the summer. So is Wildcard going to be able to stick to this and keep saying Part 2 is going to come in winter? I don't know, but it would be fantastic, because you never know whether they've got like ARK 2 planned for a certain time and they have to hit this deadline of winter so they can sort of move on to 2021, maybe for ARK 2. I don't know, I don't want to say too much because we got to focus on Genesis. So in today's video, we're going to be going through Genesis 1 and then talking about, you know, what people think about it, what Genesis 2 should be. I'm going to be saying what I think. And then obviously I'd love in the comment section, let's get something going in the comments. Let's get some big information I can possibly pass on to Cedric as well with what you guys think Genesis 2 should have. Because obviously they're working on it now. They're going to need to be. So any input that goes into it, but we'll read everything. Now, as always, if you guys do enjoy today's video, let's try and go for because it's such a big topic, let's try and go for over 1,000 likes. Everyone right now, smash that like button. You always show such amazing support on the videos, and make sure to be subscribed if you're not subscribed already, so you don't miss out on any ARK videos coming your way, because I know it's April now, but that does mean we're getting closer to summer, and that does mean we're getting closer to the next DLC and stuff, so you don't want to miss out on the news. So, as I said, this was a post from Cedric, the lead community manager, weigh in. Now that Genesis has had its time to sort of, you know, marinate and, you know, and it's been out for a while, give me the best and worst. Please don't just reply with the worst or the best. Try to think of the positives and the negatives. What were your initial impressions? What are your impressions now? And what should Genesis 2 be? We're going to be going through a few things that people have said, and obviously you can say if you agree with them or not. And as I said at the beginning, I kind of want to create something ourselves on this video. You know, I love to use my platform to sort of help the devs out and stuff like that. And what he actually goes on to say is, I'll be going through and sharing this feedback, and several devs are reading these. Thanks for coming through as usual. He also mentioned, if I liked your tweet, it's not because I necessarily agree, it's because I'm letting you know I've read it. I will continue to go through each one and liking them to prevent from being banned by Twitter for being a bot. Thanks for all the feedback. So obviously all of this is going to be stored, and information and all the feedback and stuff, and lots of devs were looking at all of this, so that, you know, there was lots going on with this. So one that I saw, this was from another YouTuber, I can never pronounce it, is it Klitschko, I think, or no, I don't know, but yeah, I've watched a lot of his ARK videos, but I always seem to get lost because I know he only uploads like every month or something, but then he goes through stages of uploading more, and his videos are fantastic. So he said the new dinos, biomes, items, so much to do on this map, and it looks amazing, and mining drill is also great for solo players. He said worst, some balancing concerns, the Bloodstalker, the giant turtle, spawn camping, and the FPS in the volcano and some parts of snow and ocean. We also have, I love the new feel with no flyers and having, you know, to go everywhere on foot. The Hexagon store, along with missions, is a nice addition as well. My least favourite part is there aren't enough servers starting out for everyone to start at the same time. I had to wait 4 days to get in, so obviously that made it for people so they had a little bit of a, you know, less of a chance to build than other people that managed to get into servers first, because Wildcard had quite a bad release with Genesis. They were hoping they were going to have a fantastic one, and I know everyone in the comments is going to be, it's just Wildcard, it is just Wildcard, but I'm you know, they did learn a lot from that release, I think, and, you know, the new team has had a lot better than, obviously, I know it got delayed a lot and stuff, and that is just Wildcard, but they are getting a lot better, and they're growing and learning as a company. I don't even want to go into what Atlas was like, because that was bad. I know a lot of people say that. The next thing was, I personally really enjoy not having flyers, which is the same thing. I love the concept of the Hexagon store again. My main concerns is that I tamed a level 140 Bloodstalker, and because of where it spawned, it got killed by some anti-meshing defense, even though it was on a tree, and they obviously went on to say something else. So that was the sort of thing. The anti-meshing defense was brought in like a month or two ago. Well, it was actually brought in months and months ago, but it actually got activated as of recently. And I want to also hear from you guys if you think this is doing well in the game at the moment. You know, something had to be brought into place for meshing and stuff, and I'd love to hear from you guys if you believe that this has been a good thing or not, which I think it personally is. Something had to happen. This person just said, I had to show this, Gen 2 should be nothing like Gen 1. That's all I had to say. I read through like a few of this guy's, or girl, I don't know, responses from this, and I was like, everything was so negative. It was just like, I don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. And I don't know whether he's changed, or I don't know, but you know, him or her has changed, you know, the idea behind this, if they feel like this should be, if they're enjoying Genesis or not. But, I mean, that might just be some people's opinions. They want Genesis 2 to be completely different to Genesis 1. That's why I'm making this video, because I want to hear, you know, people's sort of reactions to it. Like, is everyone still playing? Now, right now on the ARK Steam stats, which is what I've seen, ARK is still with over 100,000 players. That is incredible. Now, I know it's because everyone's self-isolating at the moment, and they probably would be less if they weren't self-isolating. But it's still crazy to think you've still got to have a fan base of people that want to play ARK while everyone has to self-isolate. And while everyone is going through the stage of, you know, just not being employed because of this, or, you know, they've got more time, there's different like sort of schemes where people are getting they're not allowed to work, they have to work from home, or, you know, they're getting percentage of their money from the government. I don't really know. They just have more time to play ARK, and I suppose that's going to be the quite interesting thing with how players might drop off when this sort of whole thing calms down. I don't know. But then this final one that I wanted to show you guys was, I absolutely love it. The concept of teleporting and all that. There's just a lot that doesn't make sense, like the bug being easy. So many bugs and stuff that make it so hard to have fun and enjoy it. If not for all the bugs, I'd honestly be so happy. Now, I really, really wanted this one because I thought this one was perfect, a perfect summary. I thought, if I was to talk about this, all in like sort of put together information, I would like to say I love the shop. I thought the shop was fantastic. I love how that was added in. The teleporting, again, was a great idea. But the bug was a really bad thing. It was really bad. They need, I know Genesis, they've said that Genesis is a DLC for not new players, but well, they probably didn't officially say that, but they did say it's for the more sort of veterans of ARK, because by now you should have understood it and whatnot. But I don't think that's the way you should do things. If you're promoting something, you're going to get a lot of new players that are going to be coming in. And I feel like with Genesis, there wasn't a real easy starting point. It was straight in at the deep end, and I didn't really like that. I've always feel like it's perfect to have a safe area that when you go in, you can feel relaxed. And, you know, in ARK, I know it's not a game that you need to be feeling relaxed because you're always constantly being attacked by dinosaurs and creatures, but I feel like there always needs to be that balance of an area that you can feel safe in to build yourself up, build your confidence through those early levels, and then build up to getting a bit stronger, getting a bit more confident, and moving into the harder areas. Now, again, the bog is really broken, and the bugs in Genesis is still something that is going on right now, and I know that for sure. So that's probably the main thing I would say what I'd like to see for Genesis 2 is, you know, a few little things. Now they've learned from some bugs, and they've learned from this first release. A smoother launch would be one thing I would say. Less, you know, focus on making sure there's less bugs. And with Genesis 2, I feel like there could be more biomes. I could be wrong, you guys may disagree. And I feel like there should be a spawn. When you spawn in, one thing was crazy about the beginning is you didn't have like a spawn, like as soon as you go in somewhere, you could just be killed by a raptor or a T-Rex as soon as you went in. Some of the spawns were a little bit dodgy and stuff, so those sort of things cleaned up would be nice. I would hope to see at least another 6 more creatures with Genesis 2. I think that is definitely needed. I absolutely loved all of the new creatures with Genesis. It was fantastic. Obviously, I'm still someone that prefers real-world stuff, but we don't have to worry about that because obviously we're getting Crystal Isles and a real-world dino is coming then. But with Genesis Part 2, let's hope they can hit the release date, new creatures, and just fixing up a few things. That is mainly what I want to say, but what I'm also very, very excited to see is what you guys think. I will be favoriting my favorite, obviously, because I will be sitting, I've got all the time in the world right now, as you guys know, because we're all in. So I'll be sitting there, I'll be reading through comments, and I'll be favoriting the ones I agree with the most, or not even just what I agree with, what I think is a good point. So, you know, I could think something, I don't agree with it, but then there could be a lot of thumbs up because other people agree with it, so that sort of thing, and we'll get a little bit of a, you know, debate going on and see how it goes and see what other people think, and then if it's a popular thing and you guys like this type of thing, then I can share it on with the developers themselves. But anyway guys, that is going to be the end of the video. Genesis 2 is still set for winter 2020. It's not long away. We've got a lot of content set up for this year. Let's hope it happens. Thank you for watching. Smash that like button. As I said, we're going for 1,000 likes on today's video. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you guys very soon. See you guys later.